The Constitution was never meant to protect governments. It was meant to protect you. What is the first sign that a democracy is in trouble? Is it when elections stop? No. Is it when parliament stops functioning? No. The first warning sign is far more subtle. It is when citizens become afraid to ask questions. The day people begin asking, can I safely say this? Instead of, is this right? Democracy has already started losing its soul. Here is the biggest misconception about democracy. Most people think democracy means voting once every 5 years. The Constitution disagrees. The Constitution doesn't merely give you the right to elect a government, it gives you the right to question that government, to criticize it, to peacefully protest against it, to challenge it in court. Because the Constitution was never written to create an all powerful state. It was written to ensure that no government, regardless of ideology, ever becomes bigger than the citizen. That is constitutionalism. Now look at history. Democracies almost never die in one dramatic moment. Nobody wakes up to a newspaper headline saying, democracy has officially ended today. Instead, it dies inch by inch. First, people asking questions are called negative. Then they are labeled anti development, then anti national, then enemies. The labels keep changing. The objective never does. To make questioning power socially unacceptable. And here's the frightening part. By the time citizens start censoring themselves, governments don't even need to. Society begins policing free speech on behalf of power. Article 19 wasn't written to protect speech that everyone likes. That speech never needed constitutional protection. Fundamental rights exist to protect uncomfortable questions. Because every government likes praise, very few like accountability. The real strength of a government isn't measured by how loudly people clap for it. It is measured by how calmly it answers criticism. A government that fears peaceful criticism reveals insecurity, not strength. It earns constitutional legitimacy through restraint. Governments will change, political parties will change, majorities will change, but if citizens surrender their constitutional freedoms out of fear, convenience, or blind loyalty, recovering them may take generations. Never become loyal to power. Be loyal to the Constitution. Because democracies don't disappear when governments become powerful. They disappear when citizens become silent. And remember this, the Constitution is not protected by the people in power. It is protected by people who have the courage to question power.